Hello friends, welcome back to Cosmopolitan Cornbread. So I have been working on dinner today, although I'm just now getting started with the main part of dinner. Earlier today I made some bread, did a little bit of baking, because I had decided that for dinner I was going to make pizza joes. Pizza joes are just a super easy twist on a sloppy joe recipe. Instead of sloppy joe mix or sauce, I use pizza sauce, and I top it with some mozzarella cheese, but I didn't have any rolls in the house, and so I went ahead and I baked some up. And to do that, I just used my basic bread recipe. It's kind of an all-purpose general bread recipe I've been making forever. And then after I let the dough do the first rise, I go ahead and take half of it, make it into 2 loaves of bread, and then the other half, I roll it out and I cut it like I'm making biscuits. And I let them rise, and ta-da! Hamburger buns. Although I have no idea where I put my biscuit cutter. I have 2 of them. I have a wood one and I have a porcelain one from Ashley Mercantile. I don't know where either one of them is. So, in a pinch, a canning ring always works. All right. So, I'm going to start the Pizza Joe mix. I've got 2 pounds of ground beef here. I'm going to go ahead and start these in the skillet. I'm going to add the onion that I just diced. It was kind of a tiny onion, so I'm going to go ahead and add some onion powder as well. And some garlic powder too, just because I love garlic. So, a little bit of onion, a little bit of garlic. Kind of spread this out a little bit, break this up. Alright, and then I'm also going to add some diced green bell pepper. And I've got a whole bunch of frozen peppers in here. This is about 2 peppers, so I'm going to only add half of it, because I really only need 1. Put the rest back in the freezer. Alright, so now I'm just going to let this cook until it is completely cooked through, nice and browned. And I'll meet you back here in a little bit after that's done. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and wash up my cutting board and get everything put away. Alright friends, so I went ahead and added a little bit of Italian seasoning to this as well. I don't think I have that in the original recipe on my website, but I thought, you know what, that would be pretty good. So that is cooked. Now I'm going to add 2 jars or 2 cans, depending upon what kind of pizza sauce you have, or you could add some homemade. And if you make homemade, you would want to make about 4 cups or so. So this is 15 and a half ounce jars. So that's going to be about 2 cups and 2 cups. And I've got 2 pounds of ground beef here, so it's pretty much going to take both of these jars. I'll add most of the second jar. Give it a stir. And then see if we need the rest of it. It usually takes the whole 2 jars, but you know, sometimes it doesn't. Go ahead and add the rest of that. So now I'm just going to basically let this simmer, let the sauce get heated through, let the flavors kind of absorb into the ground beef and the onion and the pepper and all of that. And that's it. Super, super easy. I went ahead and I sliced up some mozzarella cheese right there. And I've got some of my homemade buns that I made. They're not gigantic, but you know, that's kind of typical burger bun size. All right, so this is done. It smells delicious. Of course, if you want this to be a little spicy, you could also throw in some dashes of Tabasco sauce or some cayenne pepper if you so chose to do so, or maybe some red pepper flakes, something along those lines. All right, so I'm going to take my roll here. I'm just going to split this open. And I make these hamburger buns. As you saw, I cut them with basically a biscuit cutter. I used a canning ring since I couldn't find my biscuit cutter. And then I bake them exactly like I do the dinner rolls. Exactly the same, they're just a different shape. You can also make hot dog buns, hoagie rolls, all those good things. They're really not that hard to make. You just got to shape it differently, that's all. So, alrighty, there we go. I put some cheese underneath it. I'm gonna throw a little bit more on top too, just for good measure. And there you go. Pizza Joes. Sloppy Joes with an Italian flair. And super easy, as you saw. So that is it for today, friends. If you would like to make this recipe, you can get both the Pizza Joe recipe and the all-purpose general bread recipe on my website, cosmopolitancornbread.com, and I'll put a link to both of those recipes in the video description down below. And if you try either of those and you love them, please leave me a 5-star rating on the recipe card, because that really helps me out. So that is it for today. Thanks for spending some time with me here again at the homestead. My name is Constance from Cosmopolitan Cornbread, and I'll talk to y'all next time.